Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Underrail Expedition. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today in the medical place. We need to go talk to people around here, because last episode we learned our first psi ability, and it's neural overload. It will do mean things to people. That's how life works, basically. You mean things to people, and they drop loot. And by life, I mean Underrail. Let's have a chat with Wayne. If I run this script, it'll make all the sentry bots spin around, he says. No, we are not going to have a chat with Wayne. And play techno music, though. That's kind of nice. Let's have a chat with Nahed. I need more caffeine, he says. No, you don't. Oh, that's not a thing. You don't need more caffeine. You need more time to sleep. That's what you do. Caffeine. Caffeine, as nice as it is. Oh, can I? I might be able to take that. Oh, we can take that. Heck yeah, we can. As nice as it is, sleep is better. I'm at fault for not sleeping as well, so I can't really say anything to him about it. And we have some metal scraps. Now, metal scraps, if I remember correctly, are one of the basic... They do require mechanics, so we're going to wait a little bit, but they're one of the basic components of crafting a lot of things. There's like 2 or 3 for each skill, if I remember correctly. Mechanics and tailoring and all that sort of stuff. But a lot of it, we don't have anything right now. Can I do... No, I can't dismantle that one for right now. Let's have a chat with Harold.
Howdy! You must be the new girl. Name's Harold. I'm in charge of this little workshop here.
Nice to meet you, Harold. I'm Carrie.
So, you're looking for something specific or just looking around?
Yeah, Tanner tells me that you know a way to restore power to the outposts to the north.
Nah, right. I remember having a load of, taking a look at the power generator there a while back. I couldn't do anything about it back then because I didn't have this.
And he rummages through the boxes that are on the table before producing something resembling an energy core.
Here, it's a Flux Controller. If you insert it into the slot at the front of the power generator, it should get it running again. After that, you ought to be able to reactivate all the outposts. I'm afraid you'll have to do that manually, though. You see, each of them has a switch that cuts off the power in case of a hazard.
Got it. I'll give it a try. Now, that's pretty important because that is our first mission. And if I press N, I keep pressing L, but if I press N, we can see over here. It's gonna be a while until we start doing it, but we will do that. Hey, do you trade things?
I got plenty. Take a look.
I want to take a look. And we have blueprints. Now, those are very expensive, as you can see the value. Unless... Oh, these are 2,000, right, because it's 10 each credit. Okay, yeah, you must be careful about that, because, yeah, steel plates, those are for crafting things, high-density foam, for crafting a lot of protection. Omni-tools, that's the one, that's what I need a lot of those as well. A lot of the protective things, I mean, a lot of the armor is done with the foam padding. We got lockpicks. Let's see, this required a certain level of lockpicking, I need that. Unfortunately, I don't have it with me. Should I buy it right now, or should I wait? I should buy it right now. Should I? Let's wait a little bit. We're going to be here a while in the station itself, so I have time to come back and buy all the things that I need. We got barrels, we have desks, and that is an empty shotgun shell. You might guess exactly what it's for. And there's nothing in there. And there's Goran. Whatever you see here, keep it quiet, will ya? What are you... He's just hanging out? He's hanging out. I don't know what he meant by whatever you see here, keep it quiet. Yeah, he just said that. Okay, whatever. I'll keep it quiet. I'll not make any disturbances. Let's go. So right now we are level 7, I'm thinking. And we need to go to medical and psionics because we need to talk to somebody in there. Have we not? We haven't been here before. Or have we? Oh, this is not where I want to go. No. Medical and psionics. No. That's not what I want. I want to go to agronomy and pens. Because that's where one of our teachers is. Is it? No, it is not. I mean... it's one of our teachers. One of our psionics teachers. Cyber labs. Is that it? Engineering and cyber labs? It's not. We've been here before as well. This is a big station. So, please do excuse me as I try to find my way. Administration, that's to talk to Vera. We probably should go there anyway. Private quarters, skip to... Yeah, let's go to administration and library. I'm pretty sure this is not where I want to go. Maybe I just was at the right place just now. I was just then. It's in Cyber Labs. No. It's not here. No, this is where I was just... Okay, yeah. Let's go to administration, and after that we'll go to the cantina, because we still need to finish the conversations that we started with all the people in the cantina, and talk to people that we didn't talk to in the cantina as well. More bathrooms, and because the light is off, I know I can just open all the things and check, because they might have oddities, of course. Oddities are how we're gonna be gaining experience, so I want to be on the lookout for everything. Sorry, no time to chat. Gotta get some work done. Don't open that door. Probably wouldn't open anyway, but don't open it. Because you'll see. And this is Vera Hale. She's one of the counselors. Counselors? One of the big wigs, basically. Let's just save the game before we talk to her, because we might upset her and then get kicked out of here. You met Vera previously during your testing period. She's one of the counselors, I was right, here at the Southgate station. Good to see you found your way to my office, Scary. How do you like your new home so far? Oh, it's pretty good. I can see myself staying here for a long time. Oh, that's good to hear, she says. So anyway, what can I help you with? Or how can I help you? What can you tell me about the core city? It's a city to the north that spans both levels of Underrail. It serves as a gateway to both the upper Underrail and the United Stations territories in the north. The city used to be controlled by the Biocorp's security forces, but they went rogue and split into smaller factions. This was followed by a couple of years of street wars between these factions. The fighting ceased eventually in light of outside threats and serious infrastructural problems, and nowadays the three surviving factions rule the city together through their appointed mayors, and we are going to go there, and we're going to deal with these. It's a very interesting place, actually. Can you tell me a bit about the United Stations? Oh, certainly. United Stations, also called Union by some, is a confederacy of stations in North and Central Underrail. It's an attempt to unify the entirety of Underrail so that we could all work together towards a better future for the human race. Similar to our station, the Union is ruled by a council of 5. Most stations of the Union have some degree of autonomy as well. The United Stations are constantly expanding, and while no stations here in the south are yet to become part of it, something like that will surely happen in the near future. Which, of course, is a very different thing than what we were told by, what was his name, Heron? The gruffy guy with a beard. So I want to learn more about the Protectorate. The Underrail Protectorate is a military organization that protects the United Stations from external and internal threats. It predates the Union itself, and it also played a crucial role in its creation. The Protectorate is under the command of General Melek, who is widely considered to be the most powerful man in Underrail. He holds a special place on the United Stations' Council of 5, and some also believe him to be the de facto ruler of it. Okay, well, that sort of sets him up as the biggest of wigs. Are there plans for SGS to join the United Stations at some point? Our citizens and our counselors are divided on the matter. We currently have good trading relations with the Union, and I personally think it would be a good idea to be among the first to join it here in the South. We're arguably the most powerful faction in these parts, so we could position ourselves advantageously in their organization and also retain a high degree of independence. This would also ensure we avoid any potential military conflict in the future, should the Protectorate decide to move against some of the less civilized communities in the neighborhood. But as said, not everyone agrees with me here. You must understand that many of our current citizens came from organizations that have, for various reasons, been Protectorate targets in the past, so they are not very keen on being buddies with their old enemies. But let me ask you about your opinion on the matter. Would you like to see your station become a member of the United Stations? Yes, I'm gonna say yes because she would like to see that, and I am a yes girl, and I want to be friends with everybody as much as I can, mostly because they will give me things, hopefully. Anyway, yeah, I think it would be a good idea. Humanity is certainly better off united. I'm very glad to hear that, she says, and I couldn't agree more. Well, see you later then. There you go. Don't try to steal things. That's too early yet. We'll do that eventually, maybe. Let's go in here. What is this? Just server room or something. Actually, it's cyber thingies. Didn't we know what it is? Can I just click over here? that is called library and administration. So not cyber thingy. Interesting. Okay, well, this is the library. Oh, there's a footlocker on top of the desk. If you're having trouble finding some info, best speak with Vera. Yep, and there's a computer console over there. Let's mess with it. Can't do anything with it. Oh, that's a shame. Some of the consoles are out again, but I think Ezra is working on that. Yeah, I'm not sure. He's mostly interested in pointing his fingers at my eyes. Ezra is. Unless I'm mixed up on the names. Ezra was the... Unless I'm mistaken, Ezra was the only person that actually taught us any abilities yet. But I might be mistaken on the names. And also right-click moves the camera, which is great. Because I was doing it, as you were seeing, I was doing it with the border thing. And this game does trap your mouse inside the screen, because I have multiple screens. So, yeah, it doesn't allow me to move the mouse outside of the screen. But it doesn't do it very well. Just say that it doesn't do it very well. So yeah, it's not the smoothest of things. And yeah, so oh, I said I was gonna go to the cantina. Did I say that this wasn't the place where I was meaning to go? This was the place where I was meaning to go. It's kind of tricky to identify each level. Quentin. That's somebody we definitely need to talk to. Covered in green goo, in front of whatever that is. And, but I suppose they could be botanists. That one is, for sure. Quentin, we don't know. Let's look at what they're developing. Or not developing, they're throwing out. You come up to a rangy man... Rangy? I don't know what that is. With long hair, who is cutting open the head of a large, monstrous creature. Formerly an untamable beast, it's now but a stiff volunteer for post-mortem dissection to science. And soon enough, the man makes the final incision, after which he pushes his hand through to extract a single long, sharp spine. Greenish, sticky fluid dribbles out of the opening and all over the floor as the man wipes the spine clean before laying it aside. And that is the moment in which he notices you. Careful, you don't want to get in contact with its toxin. He returns to cutting through the creature as he talks to you. My name is Quentin. Don't bother introducing yourself. I know who you are. You're Carrie, and you just got admitted to the station. I'd shake your hand, but you can see why that wouldn't be a good idea. What kind of creature is that? It's a burrower. It's one nasty creature that digs around, laying eggs all over the place. They are more numerous deeper underground, but you can still find a few roaming the lower Underrail and the surrounding caves. If you meet one, be careful. It will spit thick, hard spines at you that are coated with poison. What are you doing exactly then? I'm collecting its poison glands. We can use those to produce other chemicals or to coat crossbow bolts. What's in that other room over there? Oh, we're growing mushrooms of different kinds there, of course, most notably the mind shrooms. They're one of the most potent and certainly one of the safest psionic catalysts. The largely popular psi boosters are made from mind mushrooms, in case you didn't know. Yes, we are going to be collecting those as much as we can. I'm told you can teach psionics, speaking of which. Oh, yes, that is correct. Are you interested in learning, perhaps? Yes, will you teach me? I heard you scored highly on Tanner's test, so yeah, I'll teach you what I can. If you perform one little task for me. Figures. Well, which task is that? You see, I was conducting some experiments on rat hounds a while back. Was quite close to a breakthrough as well, until a little accident happened, and Brett forced me to get rid of the creatures. Now I cannot finish the experiments. Not here, anyway. What kind of experiments were you conducting? I was working on developing a substance that would transform the muscle and other types of tissue into a potent fertilizer for mind shrooms. Oh, what happened? Well, I never really had an appropriate place to keep the rat hound, so I drilled breathing holes into a couple of those large crates and kept them there. It turns out I underestimated them, and after a while they sort of chewed their way out of their predicament. Oh, what kind of experiments were you conducting? Oh, yeah, okay, so what do you need me to do? I have prepared a final version of the concoction and filled a set of crossbow bolts with it. I need you to go out there, into the caves, and shoot a rat hound with it. And then once it's dead, collect a tissue sample from around the wound. If you don't have a crossbow, you can borrow mine, It's in that locker over there in the corner. It's not like I get to use it much these days anyway. Yes, I am super bad at that, but I am sure I'll be able to do something with it, because well, it's gonna be a while, but yes. So if I do this, you'll teach me for free? I'll teach you one psi ability for free. You'll have to pay for the rest. Well, I'll do it. Excellent. Here are the bolts, and good hunting. Yeah, I can't pass mercantile checks. My skills are awful. Everything is awful. Everything is bad. So where's my, Oh, there you are. We have ourselves a Zephyr crossbow, which is actually pretty good. That thing is the best crossbow as far as I can tell. And these are bolts. Didn't he give me special bolts? Putrifying bolts. An experimental putrifying bolt that should slowly decompose targets' muscles. The target's muscles. Shoots an experiment. Yeah, that's the one I need. So for that, we're gonna need to use... I mean, I can equip it already. Just go with that, and then you can switch things. So, I can't quick load that? How do I do that? Yeah, you can put those over there, so you need to use them from the... Ah, right. Use them from here. Is that how you use that? No, right. Wait. I'm not sure how that works. We'll figure it out when the time comes, or I'll look into it off camera, which I will be doing with some things every once in a while, because, you know, not exploration, but experimentation doesn't necessarily have to be done on camera. We have Lake Poppies over here. We have Logan down there. Logan doesn't say anything, if I remember correctly. And that commenter doesn't say anything either. Nobody says anything. Welcome to hydroponics. Yes, thank you. And there's little ladders that go down there. That's how it works then. Okay. Ooh. 5mm Ks. That's kind of good. And yes, we will be exploring specifically this level. I seem to recall... Let's have that one. I seem to recall this level... Oh, that doesn't work. There's a power box over there. Seem to recall having good things. Specifically, Stygian coins. Not those. I think it was nets. Because one of my first... Aha! Dog crates. That's what it is. And tranquilizing bolts. Yeah, one of them... And there it is, the nets. One of my first memories was experimenting with those. So there's 2 stats. The game actually teaches you in the tutorial. I mispronounce tutorial a lot. Anyway, there's 2 stats, or there's 2 things that you can do to people, which is, one is to stun them, and another one is to neutralize them. And I think the nets neutralizes people rather than stun them. It's sort of a distinction that makes sense in the game, but the name is a little bit confusing. And we have cave hoppers over here. Can I go in there? Let's have a chat with Big Brett. You must be Gary. They call me Big Brett. So, you've passed all the tests, I see. Couldn't have been easy. Those were just getting harder and harder in recent years. Well, I'm just really glad I made it. Yeah, in that case, we're glad to have you. So anyway, what can I do for you? Do you have anything? Oh, I forgot to ask to trade. Combat gloves and boots. And there's definitely things for us to buy. Good stuff. What is this place? This is the agronomy sector, where we grow and harvest all kinds of plants, but we also breed animals for food. In short, our job is to provide food to the station in any way possible. Well, there we go. And I stole all the food that I could. Oh no, those pigs! You can open that? I bet you can't. I bet it's locked. I'm just gonna save, because... No! Oh, can I talk to the pigs? Snort, says the pig. That's one way of... saying it's not. That's not what pigs do. Pigs don't snort. Pigs oink, right? I don't know. Anyway, we need to go back over here because I need to talk to Quentin, and forgot something. Yes, I forgot to trade. He stops working, sets the knife aside, and carefully removes his gloves. Of course. And I want chemical bolts extract humor. Contains instructions on how to extract blood, toxins, acid, and other substances from organs of various creatures. That's probably a good thing to have. I don't remember having that. These are for crafting Other things, leather armor, processed plant or fungus. Contains instructions on how to extract useful chemicals from plants and fungus. Fungi, I suppose. And a psi booster. So again, another one of these. And I definitely want to buy that. Especially if he buys anything from me. I have coins, so these coins are good. This light stainless super steel coin is engraved with an image of Charon, the mythic Stygian ferryman. It's the most common currency in the South Underrail because of its value. Okay, so I probably want to keep that one instead of that one, because this one goes for everywhere. This one is just for here. And if I remember correctly, we will get a few of these, but not so many of these. So yeah, I'll buy the thing. So let's go with a side booster. Drag is how we do that. Extract humor. And I don't know if this is the best idea, but I know the Let's Play is not a blind Let's Play, but I'm not an expert, so I only finished the game once, and I'm not an expert at the best of times anyway, so yeah, a lot of the things that I will be doing will be wrong. So exploration is still here, fear not, or I'm sorry, depending on what your expectations, I suppose. So we do need to go back down to the armory to get more money. Or to sell the thing, at least to sell some of these bolts, because we're not going to be using them. So let's see. That's a lot of money off, but trade. Thank you very much. And of course, our mercantile is awful. And let's see. So, learning all of these. And you can see that these, or that, is a specific crafting recipe. The other ones are not green. Oh, why is it like that? Oh, because you do the thing. It's still a crafting recipe. Why is it green then? I thought it was an ability. But it's not. It's a crafting recipe. So for the side booster, which is the most important thing, unsaturated psionic catalyst. That sounds like a special thing. And syringes, which means that we will be hanging on to syringes as much as we can. Speaking of which, oh yeah, I have the side boosters. Do I have? That shouldn't be how I work. I should have the side booster over here. Maybe I did, yeah. Okay, so can I open that? Lockpicking 55. I cannot. So, yeah. So right now we are level 8. We've been to engineering and cyber labs. Let's just go back there, because wasn't that where we started the episode? I think it was. It was indeed. Let's right-click to move around. That is so much better. So let's go finally to Commons and Cantina. I said I was going to go back there because we need to continue talking to people. Specifically, that other fellow that now can teach me things about temporal degradation and whatnot. This, Ethan. Ah, good to see you. Do make yourself comfortable. So, I'd like to learn some abilities. Oh, certainly, he smiles. And not only that, but since this is your first time, I will teach you one ability completely free of charge. Any one, but only one. I still have to eat like everyone else, you understand. I can teach you Temporal Distortion, Limited Temporal Increment, and Psychotemporal Dilation. So, I would assume the bigger ones would be the ones for me to learn, because if they cost money, aren't these going to be more expensive? It's going to be a while until we can cast it, though. Nah, let's be reasonable. Tell me about Temporal Distortion. Temporal Distortion is a powerful ability that allows a I don't remember his accent. I don't remember what voice I gave him. Let's go with a normal one. Anyway, Temporal Distortion is a powerful ability that allows a manipulator to cause damage by exploiting a phenomenon called temporal recoil, the natural tendency of time to revert to its most stable state upon being manipulated, while the time between distortions and the manifestation of the resulting recoil will always be a fixed interval. The more one applies temporal distortion within this period of time, the more energy the recoil will have, and will thus have cause more damage to the affected matter, as space-time is being rapidly twisted into its original form. Fast-thinking and skilled manipulators can use temporal distortion to utterly devastating effects. I usually charge more, but for you I'll make it 20 Stygian coins to teach you this ability, but since we're in SGS, I'll accept 50 credits as well, whichever you have, or you could use that freebie. Oh, so that's a lot better, because I don't need to just say yes to that, before accepting the freebie. Yeah. I like this one for free. I don't have that kind of money. That's right. But I will have that kind of money. Anyway, what else did you... Yeah, what else did you say you could teach me? I can teach you temporal... Okay, yeah, about the limited temporal increment. Oh, limited temporal increment is a simple but tricky to learn ability that allows a manipulator to shift or increment the natural... That increment is not a verb, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, the natural... Increase. The natural temporal state of personal objects. Psi abilities and such to their... Psi abilities and such to their first next stable state, provided that they are not in it already. The theory behind it is highly complicated, but what happens in practice is that the manipulator will be one natural temporal increment closer to using those objects or abilities again. It's an indispensable part of every manipulator's arsenal. I have no idea what that is, but however, I don't think you're quite ready for it. Oh, so that's that. No choice for me. Yeah, tell me about the... Yeah, let's go with that. I'd like to... It's damage. I like that. I'd like to learn this one for free. Certainly. Now, if you don't mind, as I propose we move to somewhere where we can train in relative peace and quiet. We don't want to be disturbed, right? Yes, we could use one of the video rooms. It could work. I suppose most of the station residents are out clearing the cave-in. The cave-in. Ladies first. Lead the way, then. I mean, that's... My line doesn't... He wouldn't lead the way if it was ladies first. Anyway, I have to say, you're one talented woman. You just need to learn... You just need to learn to relax more and take your time. So, Temporal Distortion is now a thing, and we can learn what he does. So, I know what this one does. This places a debuff on the target that lasts 2 turns and deals 6 to 9 mechanical damage and 6 to 9 energy damage when it expires. I think is the energy damage capable of damaging shields? In the case the target is already affected by Temporal Distortion, its damage will be increased by 20%, and the newly applied Temporal Distortion will have the same duration and damage bonus. Damage dealt by this ability ignores shield and 50% of damage resistance and threshold. This ability cannot critically hit, which means those traits that we can learn that increase critical chance don't really matter for this one. That looks like a very nice one. It's just delayed. It's basically the same amount of damage as this one, except it's not quite. It's a little bit. Damage is increased by 10% for every target. Yeah. Neural Overload is more for anti-spellcasters, but honestly, it works for everybody. But this one, yeah, that one, yeah, it's got extra range. This is pretty good. I would say that it might work against, because it ignores shields, it might work against robots. We'll see how that works. But we're out of time for the day, so we're gonna continue talking to Ethan next episode, and I'm gonna watch the first episode again to see what the voice I gave him was. Oh, I also didn't open that door. But for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Underrail Expedition. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.